Moonlight, this is going to be very interesting because we have seen Glutonny in the spotlight in these recent weeks. He's been getting so close, but this is his chance to really
I want to see it.
Make it happen. Get more than third at this tournament. That's what I want to see from Glutonny.
Bro, he got second last week. You know he was very hungry for a run back with MK Leo. He was not satisfied with that grand finals whatsoever because he did get 3-0'd, but he made it to second place, and you know first place is definitely a... He's one of those players that has the heart where, like, I'm not satisfied unless I get #1. Literally carrying France and having France, like, come by to just shout him out, to have the fans through. I love the players from France. Like, they're so passionate.
Like, the one thing I need from Pound Production is give me the French dimension that was at Genesis. That's what I want. I want to get pulled into the French dimension. That's what I want to see.
It's scary, bro. You only get it pulled into it if you're his opponent. Yeah. And so that's when you don't want to see it.
So true. And right now against Sephiroth, this is one of those characters that you might need a comeback mechanic of yourself in terms of the waft to kind of counter what he brings to the table with Wing. Very, very strong mechanic there, but not really going to matter. Glutonny only taking 7%.
A little scary so far for Moonlight, but again, you're playing against a top-class player like Glutonny. That it's inevitable that like this will happen, especially in that first stock. If you're not used to playing someone like this, that he'll just completely catch you off guard. Because what Glutonny's strength is being able to. In my opinion, I think he can punish you from anywhere. Like if you think you're safe, you're not, and he's gonna capitalize on it and take. Even like has the waft timing down like to like a science. And because it comes down to like being able to just look at the timer and know exactly where your waft's at, and then knowing what's after that. Because there's like the different layers. There's one layer where like at the very end, it's more powerful in terms of damage, but not knockback. And then if you wait another one, it has more knockback, but not as much damage. So like there's so many different layers to it.
And with the up tilt nerfs and among other things, just trying to get your confirms is a little bit tighter of timing. You really got to know your percent windows, right? And of course, Glutonny, one of those players that can really, as you mentioned, be able to adapt their gameplay on the fly based on where they're sitting with that tool. And right now, they might not even need it for this stock. There are still a bevy of options that Wario can use to get the kill. Down tilt dash attack, back air. So many things that you can use here. And the shield pressure might be enough, but no, you roll back in and you get caught in the bite.
Yeah, thankfully for Glutonny, he had a full shield there. Otherwise, that would have broke. That down smash from Sephiroth is notorious for just popping shields left and right.
Okay, now right now, this is an opportunity. When Glutonny is above you and you're Moonlight, you have that giant sword and a lot of ways to use it. That's a time for you to get yourself back in, but it looks like it's just trying to figure out what the game plan is.
Yeah, honestly, for Moonlight, his entire goal here is just to keep Glutonny out as far as possible. He's got a big sword, so you want to keep him like super far, and Wario wants to get in, so it's up to Moonlight to play like the defensive play and Glutonny to like go win. I'm actually kind of shocked they went to Smashville because there's very little room for Moonlight to be able to like you know, create some distance between him and Wario. And the bike setups. Gluto's already on that. One thing I've always loved about Gluto, by the way, is the fact that he's been playing Wario forever.
So long.
Does not care where he is on the tier list, does not care if he's nerfed or buffed. He is a loyal list. He's been playing him since, I think, Brawl. Yeah, so like he's been rocking this character for an insanely long time. He played him when he wasn't popular in Smash 4. He played him when everyone else was playing him at the beginning of Ultimate. He's still playing him when everyone else dropped him, when he got nerfed. Like, he's still rocking this character.
For sure. I mean, say what you will. I mean, his consistency and his commitment to the character cannot be overstated. He is such a legend in the scene for being able to play 3 games in a row with the same character, and we're seeing that knowledge because there are things that have tied over since its inception, and we are seeing him kind of create this new meta of what Wario wants to do, and he pushes the threat distance that this character has to even higher levels just because he knows some of his best first options.
Which is very good to know. Like, just being able to just like call out your opponent in the blink of an eye is very important, especially against the likes of Sephiroth, who doesn't have the greatest of burst options himself. Like, he does. I mean, he's got like a jab, obviously. His nair is pretty quick, but like it's not comparison to like everything in Wario's kit. So again, it's gonna turn into, this is exactly what's going on. Gluto's just gonna hold that center stage until he finds an opening, wait for Moonlight to even approach at that point, because maybe that's what he wants.
Oh no, and yeah, you definitely don't want to retreat yourself to ledge because Glutonny is inching forward, trying to force you closer there, and the pressure on ledge never ends. catches that, does miss the check, but I mean, still alive, so still doing all right. But now these mix-ups are starting to really rack up a lot of damage, and yeah, you might take some of the orb stuff, but Glutonny's right back in it.
Yeah, whenever you get those grape Squirtles surrounding around you, Skittles, sorry, why did I say Squirtles?
Squirtles.
Skittles, oh my gosh. If you get those little purple balls going around you like that, like a lot of people get a little bit scared, try to play a little bit more defensive, try to air dodge through it. But we saw Gluto just play hella aggressive at that point.
Yeah. For sure, and at this point, he knows that he can be a little bit patient, just because Moonlight's not really expediting his plan on ledge. The traps just aren't really coming out, and Gluto can just kind of use any get-up option that he wants, because Moonlight isn't really looking for something in that moment. That didn't kill?
Yo, Sephiroth's heavier than he looks, man.
Yeah.
Like, we all think he's like this skinny model coming from Policy 7, that Destiny air, but like, the thing is, he actually isn't that light. So he's going to be able to live a little bit of days. Side B on the edge of the stage, get that Octa-slash action. Really good at being able to call people out that are trying to play a little bit too close to the ledge to get some ledge call-out options. But right at this point, I want Moonlight to take a stock.
Yeah, that's really what we're struggling to do right now. And 166, again, the full rage is brewing in Wario, and I do not like what is happening next. There is only a little bit more time that you have, and your time is ticking. You cannot out-camp Wario, because that only gives him the waft right back.
Which is scary.
Yes.
Don't want to deal with the waft, dude. Like this, Wario is a fighter that you don't want to play against and try to like play to the clock, like because he just gets stronger as time goes on.
Exactly.
And right here, look, like he's trying to find a way. Moonlight's trying to find his way in. Also, Gluto has no reason to approach at this point. He's at 166% with 3 stocks. If he approaches, he could potentially die. Whereas if he just chills and waits for Moonlight to approach, which he doesn't want to with Sephiroth in this matchup, he's just going to charge waft.
Yeah, so, but I mean, good on him for making the aggression. I mean, at this point, like, you know that there is a range at which Gluto's like, okay, he whiffed a move, it's go time, I'm going in, and the great airspeed that Wario has can get him to close that gap. But
let's go!
We're getting something
Moonlight.
the down smash. Thank you, caught him going for the bike, but the JV.
I don't even care. He got the stock. That's literally all I wanted.
Yeah.
All I could ever want and more.
Oh, wow, what coverage on ledge, actually, using the dash attack. He wasn't able to snap, so very nice stuff from Glutonny. That was a commanding set there, but he's going to continue to look to make some big moves this bracket.
Yeah, definitely going through the pound bracket. You know, he just started his bracket here at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how the pools works on day one. You got all these different times. You got to jump onto the bracket. My man's been in, did he go back to France after Genesis last week, or did he stay in America?
I can't imagine. A lot of the Japanese players did the same. They went right from Genesis
They solved
to
the gauntlet. I know a lot of people online were talking about, man, why are all these majors back to back to back? But the problem is that, you know, Genesis got pushed back because it was supposed to be in January. It was very unfortunate timing.
I know.
But at the same time, I love it. I love it when majors are back to back. I mean, for players and commentators are flying out every week, like, yeah, it can get really tiring. But for a viewer, you got something every week, bro. It's like, yo, Saturday, time to watch some Smash Brothers.
And that's the thing. It's technically it's a 3-day tournament, which makes it a little bit easier, right? It's like you're starting on